is the time, the very big time of the losers' land. I don't know what I'm singing. It feels the powers. And it feels great to be back on the most finest podcast in the YWC, the IWC, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why I'm saying that again for a second week in a row, but the Losers Lounge podcast, episode 99. And my gosh, our 100th episode is next week. Next week! So excited. But we're here to talk Extreme Rules, the aftermath of it, of a very big, and I mean big show, ladies and gentlemen. But I won't waste any of your time. Let's get into it. But first, Christian, let's bring him in. The leader of the Optimistic Empire, like I said his name, Christian Maracle. What is good, dog? Wake up, Christian.
What? Sorry.
Wake up.
Sorry, Kelly Clarkson.
No, we're recording right now. I just hit the recording button.
Oh, what, you did?
Yes, just right now. We're recording right now.
Sorry, I just thought I'd take a nap, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much time had passed. What day is,
we're doing it right
just
now.
for the record, It is Friday, October 14th, right? You know, day of release on the podcast?
No. It is the 12th. No.
Oh. Well, to anybody who's watching it, it's the 14th.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good. So I did not lose any track. So we're here to review Extreme Rules, is that right?
Yes.
Alrighty, that's awesome. Folks,
Do it.
Extreme Rules this past Saturday was an amazing show. And it was, well, extreme, as we had predicted it would be in last week's predictions.
Yep.
Holy crap, so much stuff happened.
Dude, tell me about it. It's amazing.
You know, we're not even going to waste any time, folks. We're going to jump right into it. So we're starting things off with that good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Hey, isn't that the match we predicted would open the show?
Yes, so we got that right.
Well, at least we got something right. Normally we get nothing right.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, that's a lie. We get a lot of things right, but that's okay. The Brawling Brutes took on Imperium. Match went on for almost 20 long minutes. It felt like 10 minutes.
It did.
And so, there was like chaos everywhere you look. I'm glad that all 6 wrestlers were allowed to be in the ring at once. Otherwise, I don't think it would have been that good. Because it wouldn't make sense for them to have normal tags.
For real.
The Brawling Brutes got the win over Imperium. And I gotta say, this took place literally 24 hours after Gunther had his amazing rematch with Sheamus. And that was pretty controversial in a way, huh?
Ooh, it was.
Yeah. Caused a rift between the fan base. Some say Gunther tapped out. Others say he did not tap out. Like us, we said he didn't tap out because we know you have to tap at least 3 times minimum.
Yep.
But holy crap.
I did not know, actually.
Yeah, well, that was a really good, smart move on the part of Gunther to mindfuck Sheamus into thinking he won.
Exactly.
So, overall, what was your thoughts on that Donnybrook match?
Well, like you said, dog, I mean, great way to open the show, first of all. Very, very action-packed. I did not watch... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I did not watch the last bit of it. I had to step out real quick, so I don't know how it ended. But from myself in the beginning and the middle, really, really fun. It was very violent. Like, my gosh, like, it was everywhere. I loved how the Brawling Brutes teamed up on Gunther on the apron. That had me dying and stuff. There was just everything I could dream from this match. And in my opinion, it was one of the many matches of the night. But it was a really great way to open the show. And, of course, the Brawling Brutes won, and there you go. Cool.
Yeah, the Brawling Brutes won because here's the thing. Sheamus had delivered his Celtic Cross move onto Gunther through a table.
Yeah.
And afterwards, well, that left the rest of the members of Imperium to be hit with shillelaghs. And while Giovanni Vinci is the one who took the pin after a bro kick.
Ouch.
At least I think it was a bro kick. I'd have to rewatch that part. But regardless, it was violent, it was brutal, and it was awesome. And at that moment, well, we knew the rest of the night, holy crap, we were in for a great night full of nothing but stipulations. There was no pre-show match either, so there was just the 6 matches we talked about.
Yeah, there wasn't. I was very surprised there was no pre-show.
Yeah, I guess they just didn't want to break the record on, when it comes to, actually not record, but break the streak that they were going on to have all stipulated type matches.
Yes, sir.
Huh. But here's the thing: did you notice what happened in the midst of the Brawling Brutes entrance heading into the match?
Nope.
Like, the entire place, the camera suddenly cut, and we got a White Rabbit video.
Oh, I did notice that, actually.
Yeah, jumping in, looking like one of those cool-looking old-school video games, like Super Mario or something.
Yep.
I thank God this White Rabbit wasn't voiced by Chris Pratt, otherwise I probably would have ruined it.
There you go.
Not saying Chris Pratt is horrible, I'm just saying horrible choice to voice Mario.
Which is coming on my birthday next year. Nice.
I am so sorry to hear that. So you got the Super Mario Bros. Movie on your birthday in 2023, followed by WrestleMania on 2024.
Yes.
How the hell are you so lucky?
I don't know. I mean, the Mario movie isn't really that lucky. Oh, and also there's SmackDown is happening, so nice.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. It's the SmackDown after Mania, so.
Yes, sir. It is really well. I didn't know that.
Which means, once again, I get nothing on my birthday for 2023 and 2024. Fuck my oh, wait. Technically, I do get the Raw after Mania.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so I guess that's not a... I guess it's a plus.
Yeah.
In a way. But, yeah, everybody was excited about the White Rabbit stuff, but I did want to point out something.
Okay.
The audience got a little too impatient during some of the matches when they were chanting, "We want Wyatt."
Exactly. They did.
At that moment, I was like, come on, guys, have some patience. It's happening. Just have patience. In the meantime, enjoy what you got.
Exactly.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You didn't expect WWE to just blow their load immediately on this.
Pause.
Come on, you know what I meant.
Oh, I know.
All right. So, right after that, folks, we're going to move on to the next match, and that was the Extreme Rules match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yes, sir.
As Liv Morgan defended against Ronda Rousey. Oh, and I just also remember, right before we get to that, throughout the night, we had backstage segments involving The Miz and an apparent mascot from Philly.
Yeah, some dude who looks like freaking Elmo from Sesame Street.
Yeah. Gritty, I think his name was. He was the Flyers mascot, I think.
Oh, wow.
Because, well, they're hanging out with hockey sticks. He was constantly stalking The Miz.
Okay,
and no
again,
disrespect.
who would stalk The Miz?
It's like, no disrespect to The Miz or Gritty or anything, but this all just led up for Dexter Lumis to knock him out for the 100th time.
Yep.
And we were like, that's it? Wow, okay then. I will say, though, I'm glad that Dexter Lumis and The Miz are going to be facing in a match next week on Raw.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, they went a little too long with this.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit, but thankfully we're getting to it now.
Uh-huh, which is great.
So, Liv Morgan took on Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match, and I will say it wasn't as good as the Donnybrook match, obviously, but I still enjoyed it.
It was, well, I mean, for Extreme, it was extreme-ish. I mean, it was very lighthearted.
Ronda Rousey did have a lot of, creative aspects in this, like the time when she tied up Liv Morgan with her black belt, and then whipped her with a baseball bat.
Yep, that was pretty cool.
However, I do have a pet peeve.
Taps, too.
I do have a pet peeve about it, though. That pet peeve is, Liv Morgan took, so much carnage in the match, then she took 10 to 15 shots with a baseball bat, then all of a sudden she is back up like it was nothing.
Yeah, it was a little unrealistic.
Yeah, when it comes to hardcore based matches, you got to sell the shots to make it look brutal. A true brutal match will involve the wrestlers actually being exhausted and spent out because of all the crazy chaos they went through.
For real, dude.
Not taking it like they're Superman and saying, hey, that didn't hurt at all.
We'll talk about that in another match. Anyways.
But, the winner And the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey.
It was the right decision. I'm not really upset about it. I wish Liv Morgan's reign lasted at least until day one, and think she was almost to 100 days. So I wish she at least reached 100 days, but it's not that bad. I mean, at least she lost in a very weirdish kind of way.
Yeah. I gotta admit, that submission hold, I don't even know what it was called, but that was actually pretty impressive.
It was nice.
Knocking out with your legs while you can just sit down and relax.
Yep. While Liv is smiling at you, and it's very creepy. And
yeah, that's the moment where I was like, wait a minute, okay, this is actually interesting, because I did not expect that. Not once in the entire build-up was she being creepy or smiling in that sort of way. So to see her do that right as she was losing her SmackDown Women's title, that, you know, when she won it and hanging out with it, she was always crying. But just as she's losing it, she's smiling like an evil, wicked witch. And at that moment, I was like, wait a minute, something else is going on here. She was later found...
Which we learned later.
Yeah, she was later found backstage sitting in the dark.
And not saying a word and rocking back and forth and creepily smiling, and actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
At that moment, I'm like, wait a second, there might be more to this than meets the eye. Perhaps we can figure out this little puzzle piece, right?
Got that reference.
Aha. Ha. As for Ronda, I actually like what she did with this, because, you know, right as she won, she did not thank Liv Morgan, she did not pick her back up, and she didn't shake her hand. She taunted her, saying, "This is why I'm the champion and you're not, bitch."
And then she stepped on it. It was pretty funny.
Yep, so it looks like we finally get the Ronda Rousey heel turn, because she worked better as a heel in 2019.
Way, way better.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing. Her personality doesn't come off as a good guy.
Nope.
So, and also the way she competes also doesn't come off as a good guy.
Nah,
she knows, here's
really.
the thing, if you know you can whip someone's ass, you should brag about it in the ring.
Which she did, and she's done it. Which is great.
And that's why it's working. It's triggering the fans. I mean, they're claiming they're doing the whole, she has go-away heat. I'm like, no, she doesn't. If you listen to the crowd when she comes out, she doesn't have go-away heat.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd in the audience always cheers when she's around because it's Ronda Rousey.
See, the IWC, and especially the Twitter bots out there, their opinions aren't the only ones that matter in this case.
Yeah, here's the thing.
That's true.
The crowd and the audience are much louder than any clacking on Twitter.
Exactly, because the fingers on your keyboard, you're not making noise except your mouths.
Yep.
That's
clack, 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 send.
Yep.
Whoop, not enough characters. Oh, backspace. Okay, there we go. Send.
Bunch of Twitter tough guys on social media. Enough said.
Yeah. So,
anyways.
in ways, though, I do understand a lot of the frustration about having Ronda win back the title from Liv Morgan, because, you know, there's a lot of people who wanted, for a long time, you know, Liv Morgan to be champion, us included.
Oh, definitely.
My case being, like, the problem is Liv Morgan was an unfortunate victim of poor booking.
Yes, she was. She really was.
She won the title from Ronda Rousey by cashing in Money in the Bank. I'm like, okay, well, that could work out easily. The problem is, like, she just never built herself up as a credible threat to someone like Ronda Rousey.
Liv never had a credible threat, nor did she have anyone else to work with.
Yeah, and not to mention, you know, remember the build-ups, the matches she had with Becky Lynch, good as they were, she just couldn't get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was confused and thinking this doesn't look believable, the way she almost easily beat Shayna Baszler at Clash of the Castle.
That match was fun, but just I'm actually glad she didn't like. Well, okay, how do I phrase this? If she was going to win, which of course she didn't, I'm actually glad like she didn't win like with the means of like rolling up or whatever. In this case, Liv Morgan was passed out and stuff like that, which is great. Very good storytelling there.
Yeah, but just so like. We said in last week's podcast, this was a lose-lose scenario. If Ronda had lost, she would have lost 3 times in a row to Liv Morgan. That would damage her character. If Liv Morgan would have lost to Ronda, which she did, it would just show that she could only get the job done by escaping in controversy, and that put a bad mark on Liv. But I think WWE realized that and capitalized on it because of the fact that, Liv now has this crazy evil persona that's possibly coming in.
Yes, sir.
So, in a way, I'm like, okay, we're working based off of this lose-lose scenario, so I guess it could turn into a win.
Good. That's how it should be.
Yeah. When you feel like you're in a lose-lose scenario, dig as hard as you can until you find a pathway to a win.
Big facts, dude.
Big facts indeed. So, yeah, I will say, I probably would have preferred Liv Morgan actually got the win to probably show herself as a credible champion. And beating Ronda Rousey definitely would have done that. But at the same time, if they're focused on something else entirely, and Liv Morgan just didn't have the it factor to be the top face of SmackDown Women, then I can accept that, And me, I'm a big Ronda Rousey fan.
Another thing is Liv never had a character to work with. Like, what is she supposed to be? Like, all smiley and happy? You need a character, and that's what they're about to give her, a new edge on life. So.
Yep. So that's why, in a way, I can understand the frustration, and I'll accept that. But at the same time, I also like where they're going with this because I keep thinking now we can finally get that Ronda Rousey Shayna Baszler feud.
Please, yes.
Yeah, and we can have Shayna beat Ronda for the title.
Cool with me.
Shayna should honestly be walking into WrestleMania as the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Cool with me.
Because here's the thing, I want Ronda Rousey to face Becky Lynch, but I want that to be
non-title, please.
Yeah, WWE's first major non-title feud for the women in WrestleMania history. That has never been done before at WrestleMania.
Might as well do it.
Yeah.
Then need a title.
That way, either of them couldn't win. No matter what happens, here's the nobody wins any championships or anything, but it would probably still be a major spectacle.
True. Makes sense to me.
Yep, it really does. Who knows? It could happen. And if that happens, WWE owes us money. Just kidding. No, they don't.
Although, no, I'm kidding. Mostly. Anyways.
All right, we're going to move on to the next match. And this, I will admit, was a little bit of a downgrade in comparison to the others, but still decent. The strap match between Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross.
It was okay. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Oh, honestly, I enjoyed the pre-match brawl before it even started.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like how, Karrion Kross just refused to put on the strap twice.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. And then, he conveniently threw it to where Scarlett was so that she could grab it and attack Drew.
Yes, sir.
But can I also just say, I understand people don't exactly enjoy the big giant screens, in the stage area.
Oh, yeah.
But it works on the case of someone like Karrion Kross's entrance.
It's so cool.
Yeah, here's the thing. I've read reports that the reason they have those big giant LED screens, people complain that it's boring and it's not, creative. The thing is, it's a lot easier for the technical crew to work with, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the production team has a lot of an easier job to work on those. It may not be as creative as custom stages. People want the SmackDown fist or the crazy looking angle on Raw, or maybe that skateboard slope for Raw and everything. But the fact of the matter is, building up those things requires a lot of work. And not saying everybody's lazy over there, but if it's a lot easier for people to work with, and also it's probably... And here's the thing. While I will also say, creating custom stages would actually be less expensive than these LED screens because of the amazing technology.
Yeah.
At the same time, like we said, constructing all this stuff would take a lot out of the production team, and not to mention, you gotta disassemble it later.
Which is also a nightmare within itself.
Yep. So that's why, it's a lot easier to do, and it works on the cases of someone like Karrion Kross's entrance. Like, we see that crow, that shadowy crow flying in the clouds.
It's so cool.
So let's just say I like that, they've added in stuff like that. And I also like how when Edge was part of Judgment Day, as he walked to the ring, it looked like he was wearing those vulture wings.
Yep.
I like that very much. They don't seem to be doing that with Finn Balor, as he's part of the Judgment Day. They don't put the camera in the right place for that, but I don't think they're intending on doing that.
There you go.
That's okay, though. Back to the strap match. I still think I would have preferred if it was the strap match where you got to touch all 4 corners to win rather than, you know, do a pin or submission.
There you go.
Because, you know, it's always fun to see you drag your opponent because it involves work.
True.
Yep. But also, what really made the match be downgraded a lot is, I understand I didn't say it had to be like as fast paced as like the Donnybrook match earlier, but it wasn't slow paced because they work slow paced usually in the ring. It was slow paced because you could tell they were trying to make sure neither got tangled on the strap.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why sometimes strap matches can be a fucking bitch.
At times.
Because, you know, you're trying to make sure your opponent... You're trying to make sure they don't get, like tangled up in the freaking strap. Oh my god, I'm having trouble talking. Something's wrong with me today.
Yeah, you did, Doug.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know, that's why I also prefer they do the whole touch all 4 corners thing, because you don't have to get stuck against your opponent.
Yeah.
Aaron Cross got the win, sadly, because Scarlett interfered and sprayed Drew McIntyre with mace. Not the former guy from Retribution, and not the Massey guy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, LA Knight is back.
No, like, yeah. I don't care, honestly. Cool.
I'll be honest.
Great.
I will say though that name was better than his other 2 names, Max Dupree and even Eli Drake.
Yeah.
I will say Eli Drake doesn't even sound like a good wrestling name at all.
Eli Drake. It looks I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the guy. I don't hate him.
Yeah,
I just don't get the hype.
Yeah, my issue like with the Eli Drake name is like, imagine this saying like this: who's this big top draw here? Who's this big champion? His name is Eli. And then you just laugh because you're like, wait, what? That's it? Well, what's his last? Does he have a last name that sounds pretty good? It's Drake. And then you laugh again. But when you hear LA Knight, that actually sounds cool. Max Dupree. That was a little weird.
Yeah.
But it's alright. Unfortunately, yeah, it didn't really do well for me. Like, I like Karrion Kross. I like Drew McIntyre. But to me, this kind of damaged Karrion Kross a little bit because he doesn't need to rely on Scarlett to win matches for him.
Yeah, you need to kind of scale that back with people, you know, interfering. I know it's like a heel shtick, but like, can we kind of tone it back? Roman Reigns and the Usos and mostly that stuff like that, and many other things in the past. Yeah,
I will say tone it down a little bit. It's just like, you know, Karrion Kross in the whole build-up was being, like, you know, the whole build-up set since after SummerSlam. We all figured, you know, this is going to be tough for Drew McIntyre to go through. No, it wasn't at all.
Exactly.
Scarlett was the reason Karrion won. Scarlett was the reason Karrion even got control. Yep. Otherwise, you know, McIntyre would have beaten him almost easily.
Exactly.
And I'm like, okay, we got the character correct. This is the character from NXT, but this ain't the same performance and demeanor from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of feels like main roster Karrion Kross.
A little bit. I wouldn't go that far. That's just me. A little bit.
It's a guy who easily lost to Jeff Hardy. He's got the cool entrance and everything, but that's it. I mean, he could cut the kick-ass promos too, but his in-ring work just kind of seems a little too similar to his first main roster run.
I'm gonna wait till Triple H works his magic. I'm not gonna give up on just yet.
I just find it a shame that his first main roster pay-per-view match, and it literally was too. He was never on a pay-per-view on his first run either.
Yep.
His first main roster pay-per-view, and unfortunately he had to rely on Scarlett to get the win. I mean, I really wish this was like a Keith Lee on Randy Orton scenario.
Keith Lee.
Yeah, like, you know, like when he beat Randy Orton at Payback in 2020. That was his first main roster pay-per-view as a main roster wrestler anyway.
It was.
And he won the match on his own in his usual dominating fashion from NXT.
Yes, sir.
That's in my way. That's what I wanted to honestly see. I want to Karrion Kross. It's just when it seems like McIntyre's going to get the job done. Like, I would like to see Karrion Kross, like, use the strap to his advantage, like, wrap it around McIntyre so he's stuck, and then lock in the cross jacket.
Fair enough. There you go.
And then, well, that would have been it. Using the strap to get advantage on that, but unfortunately, no. They had to go down the route of Scarlett using Mace.
Windu. No, I'm kidding, though.
I love Samuel Jackson in Star Wars.
Same.
Yeah. Hope he comes back for a Disney Plus series.
Oh, for real.
Because I believe Mace Windu's alive.
Mm-hmm.
And so does Samuel Jackson.
There you go.
So, would you agree with my takes on this strap match, or do you have a little bit of an input on what you think of that?
I mean, honestly, I think Cross, using Scarlett as a decoy, I guess, it's somewhat, it's understandable, but at the same time, I just don't like all these interferences on behalf of certain people. And I know they're heels and stuff, ladies and gentlemen, but there are certain other ways to do it. Like, I would have had Cross choke out Drew with the maybe a kendo stick or whatever, or maybe, with the strap itself to get the win. But, I'm not booking the company, so. But I think this ruins Cross. Not necessarily ruins him. I just think there would have been a different way to kind of book him to win the match. And plus, like you said, I love the beatdown at the beginning of the match. It was a little slow a little bit. I mean, it's a strap match, so. And
you're trying to make sure that they don't get stuck on the strap.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like a dog like when you're going on a walk with a dog and they're going all over the place, and then eventually the leash is all over you.
Oh no, that feels back in the day. But yeah, it was so fun. I just wish it would have done just a little bit, and I don't think they're done yet. I don't. Drew's gonna get his win, so get his win soon. So
not by a long shot. Yeah, they ain't done. Not by a long shot. I don't think Karrion Kross is ruined or anything. I was just a little disappointed at how it was executed at the end.
Oh yeah.
Because
same here, like it should be a lot different.
Like, there's also another thing that I have a kind of a pet peeve about right here, and this has been going on a lot the last couple months. Have you noticed, with these stables or these heel wrestlers who have females with them, they have the females get in the face of the good guy, and they just have a snaring contest.
But to be fair, you can't lay your hand on the woman's towel.
Yeah, they're getting. That's getting annoying. Here's the thing: I don't usually condone males hitting females or vice versa and shit like that. But in the case of WWE, in the case of what they're doing here, they're kind of like getting annoying to the point where the only good thing that would happen is if the guy did hit the woman.
Yeah, true.
And at that moment, you're like, okay, this is getting out of hand. Like, people, like, wrestlers, you need to stop. Like, you need to, like, your characters at least, start looking like you don't give a shit anymore. If they're females, if they get in their way, you're going to knock their lights out. Because they're literally asking for it.
For God's sakes, Baron Corbin hit the end of days on Becky Lynch back in the day.
That was fun.
Like,
not to mention, intergender wrestling exists.
Exactly.
And I know that
get edgy.
I know that a lot of times it's kind of frowned upon because people don't want to see that and everything. A male, like a kid and a female, a lot of that is coming from the females who complain about equal rights. Even though, if you want equal rights, then a guy should be allowed to hit a girl.
Equal rights, equal fights. Don't at me. Enough said. I don't condone hitting women though. That's bad.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Equal rights, equal fights, but still.
Yeah, in my opinion, the true version of equal rights is. I'm sorry. The true version of equal rights is no member of any gender hits the other. Male doesn't hit female. Female doesn't hit male. That to me is the real equal rights.
We hit ourselves.
Hey, stop hitting yourself.
Well, you said that, so I'd like to take it into account.
Oh, wow. Here, hold on a second. Here, I'm going to grab your fist for a second. Oh, why are you hitting yourself?
Right.
Why are you punching yourself?
Exactly. Because you made me do it?
No, I did. You did it. So, yeah, I'm just saying, we've had Rhea Ripley get in the faces of those taking on Judgment Day just to distract them and say, hey, you going to hit me? You going to hit me? Nope. Haha, you got attacked.
You're gonna get hit one day.
And now we got Scarlett doing the same thing in Karrion Kross's situation.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, we're going a little overboard. We're doing this too much. If this doesn't pay off by someone actually hitting or shoving away the woman, then this whole thing is being built up for the show that the guys are just pussies.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just like, either don't do it or have the wrestlers actually go ahead and say, no, I'm not afraid of you. Boom. I'm thinking maybe...
Exactly.
Like, if this whole thing with Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross, if Scarlett keeps interfering like she's doing, then I'm just saying, Drew, hit a Claymore.
Yeah, hit the Claymore. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Or just so it make it look like as if, have Drew do it to, like, Scarlett because he was aiming for Karrion and he moved out of the way.
Exactly.
Only difference is, well, Drew doesn't react when he realizes he hit Scarlett instead. He'd be like, whoops.
Exactly.
And now, of course, well, we're going to move on to the next match, which was the first ever one-on-one women's ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship as Bianca Belair took on Bayley. And I will say, like, for the majority of the match, it was fun.
It was okay. Very violent.
Here's the thing, I like what they did. Did you notice that, they placed the title higher above the ring than they normally would?
Probably because they're shorter.
So they usually...
I don't freaking know.
For that case, they would normally put it lower then so that they'd be able to reach it. But in this case, they placed it high enough you could call it a Jeff Hardy's height.
Did for real?
Yeah, at that moment I was like, oh crap. The ladders were a lot bigger too.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment I was like, who produced this? Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, there you go.
But I actually like that because, it gives more of a challenge to those who want to climb the ladder and get the title.
Yes, sir.
There were some moments where I will say it didn't exactly work out that well with some ladder shots.
Yeah.
Like the time Bianca gave Bayley a body slam onto one of the ladders, but it looked like she just gently put her down like she's putting a baby down to the crib.
Yep, I noticed that.
Yeah, and I'm like, no thank you. Another one, Bayley had a ladder bridge set up on the stairs in the corner. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, Willie, what do you keep doing? You keep, putting your phone on something?
I think my phone fell down. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, anyways. Yeah,
there we go.
Anyways, back to what we were saying. Bayley put a ladder bridge on the stairs and the ring and the corner of the barricade. Then she put Bianca on it and delivered an elbow drop. The problem is she missed.
And her full body hit the steel.
Yeah, that moment was like,
hurt.
I was like, oh my god, ow.
Jeez.
However, I will say, to the surprise of nobody, Damage Control showed up.
No shock. I mean,
It didn't last week.
No shock, Willie.
It didn't. There actually was a shock. Last week, didn't we say something about, they're bringing in Sasha Banks and Naomi for this?
Yes.
Well, that didn't happen.
Not only did they not show up, there was no backup for Bianca, and she basically took out control by herself.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I would have preferred that maybe she got beat down, but then she got help. If they wanted to bring out Sasha and Naomi, or maybe the injured Alexa and Asuka, then go for it. But this, honestly, was a lot worse.
This was horrible.
Fuck it, I'll say it. Damage Control is dying.
It's not what it used to be, man.
2 months into their existence, when they showed up at SummerSlam, how excited were we?
Very.
Very. Because, this is Triple H controlling it. The reason this is not going to look good, because it looks like as if, I will say, folks, Bianca Belair, she retained the title. She's still the Raw Women's Champion. However, this feud is continuing based off what happened on Raw. But I'm very fucking disappointed about this, because Bayley no longer looks like a credible threat to Bianca's title anymore. And the reason for that is because Bianca Belair...
No, exactly.
Bianca Belair, she was taken out because of the carnage of the ladder match. She took out all 3 members of Damage Control by herself in less than 1 minute.
Yes, and that makes Control look freaking weak, in my opinion, and I don't like that, man. Really?
No, in a normal 3-on-1 scenario, the person who's outnumbered, if they managed to take out all 3 members, it would have been by luck or by usage of weapons. No, Bianca Belair easily took out Dakota and Io Sky with a botched double KOD.
Yeah, because one fell off of the other. It's kind of funny.
Now, Io Sky had to reposition herself so many times to the point where Bianca's strength was losing it. Yep. And then she simply dumped it like it was a dump truck putting garbage in the dump.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bayley, sent off the ladder, and Bianca wins. Yay! And
I love Bianca, but god dang it, they're booking her a little bit too strong here. That was John Cena like too strong. Like, good lord. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, like Bianca Belair, she's proven herself to be a credible women's wrestler, and honestly one of the best we've seen in recent days.
Oh yeah.
The problem is, like, in a situation like that, she just took out all 3 members of Damage Control by herself while she was damaged from a 15-minute ladder match, in which she took a lot of punishment.
You make your stable look weak there, WWE.
Yeah. It'd be like John Cena taking out every member of the Nexus right after he was in a TLC match or something. At least when John Cena took out Nexus, he took them one at a time every now and then, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that was believable. As much as we like the Nexus and we wanted them to go over.
Yeah. This one here is a little bit. I'm just gonna say it like you're kind of. Okay, I'm saying you're burying Control, but you're more like saying, hey, here's more babyface stuff to put over the heels. And she didn't need Alexa and Asuka. And they were hurt and sore. I get that.
Now that I think about it, based on how that was done at Extreme Rules, Bianca Belair could have took on the Damage Control Clash of the Castle, a 3-on-1 handicap match, and won.
Exactly.
Yeah, she lost. Here's the thing: how can she lose when she was outnumbered 3-1 at Clash of the Castle? But at Extreme Rules, after a ladder match, she wins and takes them all out easily.
There's something called logic, and this doesn't make any real sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, how can Bayley be a credible threat to Bianca's title right now?
She just can't. Like, not with that.
And not to mention, the same can be said if Dakota Kai or Io Sky challenged for the title.
Exactly.
She just took them all out. Aren't they supposed to be your women's tag team champions too?
What women's tag team champions?
Right, I forgot that. Nobody's going after those again.
Because nobody cares about them.
Nobody cares. That's simple.
I mean, even if you do care, there's really no reason to care because there's no reason to care because the titles are pretty much irrelevant.
If they do care, that's cool and everything. But yes, your point remains the same. There's still little to no teams, even after we had that mini little tournament of random people put together. Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi are like a team.
It wouldn't last long anyways.
Who the fuck else?
That's it. That's it.
Alexa and Asuka, but knowing them, they're probably done for.
Pretty much.
Sasha and Naomi, well, they're still signed to the company, but they're just not around.
They're saving the titles for them. Just you wait. You wait, bro.
I do agree with what Raquel Rodriguez once said. I would rather have a mid-card, like an Intercontinental title for the women.
Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on that. I don't know.
Because these tag team titles, they're not working out. If you got no competition, there's no reason to have them out.
So I've been saying for years when those things were debuted, I'm like, you don't need them, but I was proven right.
When Sasha and Naomi walked out and they vacated the titles and then didn't speak of them for a couple months, they should have just quietly retired them.
Exactly. They should retire the 24/7 championship. We can't get everything we want. Come on, Triple H. Please, just get rid of the belts. Please.
Yeah, we're not going to think of you any less if you do that.
No, we're not.
Matter of fact, we'll praise you for it.
Get rid of the women's tag team championships. They're irrelevant, okay? Yeah. There's not enough teams. Let's be honest. There's no teams, and you can say, there's teams in NXT, but they're in NXT. And weren't those championships, and I quote, supposed to be defended everywhere?
They were.
Yeah, for a little bit.
That didn't exactly work out.
Nope. Get rid of the freaking tag team titles for the women, please. Do it. I mean, as much as I don't care for it, do a mid-card belt. Maybe it'll do them some good. Just do something.
Yeah,
please.
I would actually like that. That would be nice. As for like,
man, the match itself. I'll say a little about the match itself with Bianca and Bayley. It was good, very spot heavy. I just didn't care for the ending. Like you somewhat devalued. You didn't bury. You devalued your women's tag team champions, and you devalued Control in the process.
Yeah, because they just got taken out
stupid.
in a 3-on-1 attack easily.
Or you can build them up, heel Balor, and they've already been established as not a credible threat. So how much you build them up, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like here's the thing. As much as we like Bianca Belair, like the whole thing about what she did, This should have been Bayley's moment. And if it's not going to be Bayley's moment...
I agree.
If it's not going to be
Surely.
Bayley's moment, somebody else, like some other backup, should have come out to take care of Dakota Kai and Io Sky while Bianca and Bayley continued their fight. So then at least Bayley would still look like a credible threat even in loss.
Exactly.
But this ain't it. This is not it.
This is not it, man. Come on now.
If Bayley wins the title later by herself, I'm like, how the hell did you not do that before?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not going to look good. Oh, I feel really bad.
I really do too, but yeah, we telling the truth, man. That's what's up.
Hell, it went from Bayley and Damage Control like attacking Bianca Belair and then getting ambushed and taken out themselves to Bayley losing the match, and then on the following Monday, Bayley lost to Candice LeRae.
Yes.
No disrespect to Candice LeRae. It's great to see you. We love you. It's good to have you here on Monday Night Raw. But what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, they got their heat back, but still, not even that. Come on now.
Yeah, and then, Damage Control attacked them, and then Bianca came out for the save, but she was outnumbered by Damage Control. I'm like, how?
You took them out on your own the night before. Somebody please make this make sense, please.
You know what makes it even worse? Bianca Belair took out Damage Control when she was hurt and took a lot of punishment from a ladder match, but when she's fresh and attacking them, she's outnumbered?
Yes.
How the fuck does that make any sense?
I don't know.
It doesn't. What the hell's going on here? You are messing it up big time.
Come on, Hunter. What are you doing, bro? Come on. You're supposed to be better than this. We don't expect you to be hit all freaking home runs, but good gosh, Hunter.
Yeah, I just don't get this.
Come on. What are you doing?
It's really not working out. It really isn't.
No, it's not. It's not working out, man. This ain't good. Maybe down the road it's going to be great. We could come back here and say, hey, this is going to be great. But for now, you are taking L's right now with Control. And Bianca, I love you to death. But I am getting tired of you as women's champ. Not her fault, but I'm getting tired of her as women's champ.
Yeah, it's been 6 months now. Let's move on from that.
Please.
I don't...
Oh my gosh.
I swear, I heard reports and everything that Bianca's going to have, a big-time WrestleMania match, potentially against someone like Charlotte Flair, which I'd be totally down with. I'm just saying.
Yeah, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm down with it, but she doesn't have to be champion throughout the entire time leading up to Mania.
Just take the belts off or put it on Bayley or something.
Yeah, otherwise you're probably gonna have Charlotte win the title again.
You know what? Screw it. I actually want that. Just see the fan base all upset. Be kind of fun. Yeah, we get another Charlotte title reign, but I kind of want to see the outrage of the fans. I'm not gonna lie.
Although now that I think about it, maybe they would do that, have Charlotte beat Bianca for the title so she could actually officially become the 16-time champion at WrestleMania.
Yes. And Bianca says she does want to face Charlotte.
Yep.
Whatever. Might as well.
She's the only four horsewoman left.
Yeah, there's nobody else.
Well, in the meantime, we're going to move on to the next match, and this match was, oh my god, this was match of the night! The I Quit match between Edge and Finn Balor.
Loved it.
Holy fucking shit! Hey, did you know the match went on for 30 damn minutes? I didn't even realize that.
Yes, it did. Holy
crap. They did a great job with everything, from the action in the ring, to fighting outside the ring, to fighting in the crowd, to fighting in, the hallways, to coming back.
Which is cool.
And doing more crazy shots. And what I'm also glad for is it was not a scenario where it's just the good guy who's always asked if he quits.
Exactly.
Now, Finn was asked several times.
Yep.
They were both practically even. And I just want to say, I liked Finn Balor's Kanye West looking mask.
So that's who it's primed to be. Interesting.
At least I think it was Kanye West, but I saw something about
it. Was Kanye?
Yeah, something like Kanye West once wore a helmet mask like that.
Yep.
I will say,
so cool.
I once made a funny joke about it, saying, Finn Balor's slowly walking in the ring because he actually can't see out of the mask.
Well, I thought he couldn't see out of the mask myself until I saw that he had little holes in for his eyes to see out. I was like, oh, okay, makes sense.
And Mike, I look at the right side. If I run into anybody, it's going to be them who will get sliced by these spikes, not me.
Dude, for real.
Just imagine if he was taking it off and then he's like, ow!
No, because I don't want Finn to be blind.
I was talking about if you grabbed it from the outside to take the mask off and then he got pricked. Ow, my God, that hurts!
There you go.
Heading into this I Quit match on last week's podcast, we were both torn on this.
Yes, we were.
Because we were like, we didn't want Edge to quit, but we also didn't want Finn Balor to quit. We couldn't see Edge quit, but we also couldn't see Finn Balor quit either. And so we were like, oh my God, this is actually going to be something worth watching because something's going to have to give. Mm-hmm. And when you put something like that in there, that's when you generate so much interest. Something has to give.
You know it.
And the winner, folks, was Finn Balor. But he did not make Edge quit by means of punishment. No. It was bait. No. My God.
He did it in a very violent way. A very disturbing way. But I loved every bit of it.
But we'll get into it in a moment. But I will say, when the Judgment Day first showed up, I expected that, obviously.
Yeah.
Damian Priest showed up with Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. And then Rey Mysterio came out. Rey Mysterio came out to make the save, but that wasn't enough.
Nope.
However, because, he managed to hit a 619 on Damian Priest, but then he was attacked by Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic, I'm getting tired of you, boy.
And I also want to say, I commend and I freaking praise the living shit out of Michael Cole.
Oh, everyone's praising Cole for what he did on that night.
Yeah,
Someone just smacked that kid in the face. I'm like, kid, he's my age. Like, what the heck are you talking about?
You know what I also liked about that? The moment Edge, hit a low blow on Dominic Mysterio. That was awesome. The crowd loved it. And Michael Cole was like, that's what you get, you little brat!
Yeah, I love that.
That was awesome very much.
So cool.
Oh, my God. And to see that, and then, of course, Rhea Ripley had handcuffed Edge. The moment we see, the entire Judgment Day come out, I won't lie, I expected AJ Styles to come out to help.
Well, we didn't see him until the next night. Enough said.
Well, remember, it's a Saturday night.
Well, it's Saturday night, yeah. I keep forgetting, folks.
It's alright, we're still trying to get used to the Saturday events.
Yeah, we are.
But, I really enjoyed that Rey Mysterio tried to help out, and it didn't work out. And then Beth Phoenix showed up. I did not even think about that.
Yeah, and the crowd stopped popping. I was like, it's Beth, isn't it? Yep, she showed up.
And that was awesome, because, to see her fight with Rhea Ripley,
that was awesome.
I'll be honest, I want to see a one-on-one match with them.
I'm down for it.
Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley can go wild, and that would be a match worth watching.
Yes.
And Beth Phoenix thankfully got the key to the handcuffs and unlocked Edge. And I like Edge hit 3 consecutive spears on Finn Balor.
Yeah, and I thought Edge was going to win, no joke.
Yeah, I would have thought that, after all those spears, Finn would quit because of all the punishment he's taken from it. And I would have been, I was like, oh my God, that's a perfect way to do it.
Yes, sir.
But then Rhea Ripley all of a sudden showed up with brass knucks and knocked the living fuck out of Beth Phoenix.
Yes.
And when we saw that, we were like, holy shit. Rest of Judgment Day beat down Edge and held him at bay, while Rhea Ripley threatened to smash Beth's head in with a concerto.
Yes.
At that moment, we were like, oh my God, this is it.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I also remember, when Edge was handcuffed and every member of Judgment Day was staring him down. Michael Cole, I like how Michael Cole in his panic was like, dude, just quit, Edge. Just say the words. No one's going to think of you any differently.
Yep.
That was awesome. And
it was great.
I like how, just as Rhea Ripley was about to smash Beth's head in, that's when Edge finally quit.
I quit. I love how Finn was holding, the mic to his head, and he's like, this is your last chance, Edge. Say it.
Well, that wasn't really an Irish accent, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, close enough. I don't do accents very well.
I like how Edge quietly said it, too. I quit.
And then Rhea said something into the mic, and then, of course, the concerto happened. I'm like, yes!
Yeah, well, she said, "You know us so well."
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
And like, I'll be honest, that concerto looked more brutal than any concerto I've seen in recent days.
Dude, okay, I want to give a shout out to my brother K Money Kishad. He was in the crowd, right? He watched the show. Now, when he told me, he said the crowd went dead silent when that happened. I'm like, good. Good. Get them to feel. Get them to fear, too. That's what I want.
I will say, this reminded me a lot of when Roman Reigns was fighting with Jey Uso.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I felt like I was trembling with anxiety, and I actually felt sick to my stomach watching that.
Oh, I didn't. I had a big smile on my face. I know, I'm sick in the head, I know.
I guess that just goes to show, well, that you don't really have a heart, but I do. I'm just kidding. No, it really showed that WWE did a great job with that. If you actually got,
Dude, for real.
if you got me to feel sick to my stomach based off of what you're seeing, and it wasn't by disgust, it was by fear.
This reminds me of the night after the Royal Rumble in 2020 when Randy Orton did that vicious beatdown of Edge when he first came back.
Yeah, I was scared.
Same.
Because you're like, be careful with his neck.
Yep. With that concerto, I was like, yo, that's it. He's done.
And I just love how that turned out because...
Oh, yeah.
I think what made it even better is Judgment Day's music did not play afterward.
No, they just walked out and smiled.
They smiled, they had their arms raised up in the air, and they just walked out, and that was just perfect.
My boy got the dub. I mean, I know I've been critical of Judgment Day these past few months, ladies and gentlemen. I can admit it. I've been pretty critical of the crew. But you know what? Outside of Dominic Mysterio, who's getting on my nerves, and it's actually a good thing, because he's annoying on the mic, and he's just annoying to look at, I am growing on Judgment Day. My dude's doing a very good job at leading the crew. I love Rhea. She's doing great, too. Happy late birthday, by the way, to Rhea Ripley. And Damian is just... He's there, and he's doing good, too, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all good, seriously. I'm loving Judgment Day.
Well done. Finally. Triple H saved Judgment Day from falling to its death.
Finally. Well, I mean, it might be their death might be coming very soon.
But regardless, I believe obviously after what just happened, this is not over. Not by a long shot.
Well, of course it's not over. Because the next night was too sweet.
Yeah. Here's the thing, when it comes to Finn Balor and Edge, they should really face off inside Hell in a Cell.
Please, because it seems to me that Riddle and Rollins is over with.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I'll be cool with that.
Lock them both inside the demon inside Hell in the Cell. Actually, don't use the demon. I'm good. Don't do that, actually.
Nah, he doesn't need the demon. No. If he's already dominating it on his own.
Yeah, he is. Plus, he only brings the demon out when things are very tough for him.
And that's honestly the best time to do it.
What's up?
And that's the best time to do it.
Yep.
But,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. He's going to take the L anyways if he faces Edge again, so let's not do that. I can see a mixed tag happening, honestly, but I really want to see... I'd love to see that Hell in a Cell match. But I also love to see Rhea Ripley and Beth do something as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I guess I'm believing in the meantime, the whole thing with AJ Styles and the returning Kurt Anderson and Luke Gallows is all a setup for, just for the Judgment Day to do something, while Edge is going to plot his revenge.
I think the end game is going to come in November. That's all I'm going to say.
Aha, War Games, huh?
Yes, sir. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it all ends in War Games.
Personally, I think the Bloodline is going to be amidst the War Games match.
Please, yes.
So I would probably think the Bloodline's going to take on another team, but
oh yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't have I'm not saying another War Games match, but I'm just saying
yeah,
you can have the Judgment Day take on the OC and Edge.
Make it to where, if Judgment Day loses, which they probably will lose this match, they have to disband or whatever. Or one member gets kicked out or whatever. I don't freaking know. Make it to where at least there's stakes. Like Edge, if you lose, you gotta retire or whatever. Or if Judgment Day you lose, Balor or Rhea or anybody gets kicked out. Just make it to where there's stakes, and important stakes too.
And put it as a Survivor Series elimination match.
Exactly. One by one by one.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Now watch them book that and not give us credit. Anyways. We know you're watching us.
Who knows? I probably think that What if Rhea Ripley or something is added in the women's War Games match and Beth Phoenix is on the other side?
Please, yes.
That'd be awesome.
Please, yes.
All I know is that we are in for a continued health of an amazing fall.
Dude, for real.
And by the way, folks, the leaves are falling over here. The colors have changed, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah. Leaves are falling here in my state, and the rain is also falling. Well, it was falling early, but the rain was falling earlier today in my state. It's good. No,
it's all
great.
good, yep.
I'm just glad the heat's gone. Thank gosh.
All right, time to talk the main event match.
Yeah.
The fight pit between Matt Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth Rollins, but go ahead.
With special guest referee Daniel Cormier.
DC, my dude, DC.
And I like the design of the fight pit. I like what they did with it, same as they did with NXT.
It looked bigger. I don't know why.
I think it was bigger because, you know, in NXT it's like the Full Sail University at the time.
Yeah, it's very small. I was gonna say that one looks. I said War Games. That fight pit looks. I'm excited for War Games, guys. I'm excited. Anyways, that fight pit looks freaking huge. I was like, that looks bigger.
That's what she said.
For real. We're the losers, lads. Okay, we can make those jokes.
So, I will say I like what they did. DC showed no favoritism at all and did not hype up a potential match that he'd be in the future, and that's good.
Good.
And I just love that moments when, you know, when Riddle or Rollins had not attacked him, but, you know, shoved him out of the way. He grabbed them and he was like, "Do not touch me. You're here to fight him, not me."
Yeah, that's what I love about DC. He's very, very, very strict. That's all I'm gonna say. Very strict.
Yeah. If he was up in your face and he was saying, "Do not touch me again. You're here to fight him," you probably would never.
Well,
you
yeah,
probably would be scared.
So I wouldn't get in their way anyways.
Yeah. That would be intense.
Very.
So, I will say, they did a lot of cool moments in that match, especially when they started ascending the cage to the balcony above.
I love how Rollins hit like the buckle bomb, and when there's no buckle, so I called it like the cage bomb.
Yeah, but I think if you notice, he released Riddle before he went into the cage wall.
Yep.
I'm assuming that wall was really sensitive, so he made sure he would fall on the floor instead.
Now, if he went through the cage, oh boy, that would have been a fall, and that guy didn't.
Yeah. The way the cage is designed, that would not look good.
Nope.
And I also like how... I will say, though, I did feel bad for Matt Riddle at one point because he climbed the cage barefoot. Have you tried climbing a fence barefoot?
Yes, and it sucks.
It hurts.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, he's a former UFC fighter, or a former MMA fighter, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but they don't climb. But they don't climb the cages in UFC.
Only to celebrate they do. That's about it.
And the fact that there were no ropes as well and everything, that just made it awesome.
Which you can't bounce off of, so that's oh boy.
Yeah, they used a lot of that to their advantage, and man, that pedigree right onto the freaking balcony.
Yeah, that balcony looked like, unsafe. Of course, it was unsafe.
And then, you know, Seth Rollins was demanding that DC count him, and he was like, "You gotta have him in the ring for me to count him." Well, I'm like, instead of arguing with him, why didn't Seth just roll Matt into the ring?
Exactly.
Yeah, if he did that, then I think Matt would suffer more damage from the fall.
Exactly.
And then DC
super
could
curb
count.
stomp from up there for the means of it. So fun.
Yeah. But I also like that RK Bro from up there.
Oh, that was dope.
Now just imagine if he delivered it off the balcony into the ring.
Yeah, that's not safe, so don't do that. Thank God you didn't do that.
We've seen worse.
Oh, we've seen way worse.
But that would have been absolutely insane.
For real.
But I will say, that Broton from the top...
Yeah, he completely missed that.
Yeah, he missed it. Because I'm like, that hurt Matt more than it hurt Seth.
Yeah, you barely touched him. I'm like, bro, are you good? When that landed, I call up my boys and on Instagram.
You conveniently said, bro.
Yeah, he hit his tailbone, too. Have you ever hit your tailbone, dude? It sucks.
Lot. I've hit it before.
Dude, it hurts. If anyone listens to this podcast, if you ever hit your tailbone or anything like that, don't. It hurts. Like, it freaking hurts badly.
It really does.
Because
if you do that... I once saw a video of a guy who actually jumped off the
Yeah.
roof of his house because there was a exercise ball below.
Yeah.
He was supposed to land on it. He missed it completely and landed right on the ground.
What the heck are you doing? First of all, why are you jumping off your house?
Yeah.
And what the heck are you jumping on a ball for?
And then you just hear him screaming and screaming.
Dude. Oh my god.
I think we'd be screaming too, huh?
Exactly. But I'm not that stupid to do that, so no thanks.
Nah. I'm not that much of a risk taker because I'll be honest, folks, I have a legitimate fear of heights.
I used to. I'm not that scared of heights, but I'm not going to go do that stuff. No thanks.
I mean, here's the thing. I won't mind jumping off the top rope and everything, but I'm not jumping off a fucking, roof or something.
As long as the roof has, safe padding below, I'll jump off the roof, probably. Maybe. Not really.
Yeah. So, anyways, Riddle got the victory. I don't know, what kind of submission was that he had locked in?
I have no idea. I'm no submission specialist.
It's like a mixture of a triangle choke, but also something else entirely. It had a name. I'm just trying to remember it, but it's okay.
Was it a necktie?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was a necktie.
Yeah. Seth Rollins submitted. He tapped out to it. Matt was given the win. And I also love how DC, the moment he saw the tap out, he was like, an MMA ref. He instantly jumped in there.
Yep.
Jumped in there and pulled him right off.
Yes, sir. That's why I love DC. I don't think this is the last time we're going to see him in wrestling. Oh, no. He'll be back.
Yeah. I will say, though, that fight pit was brutal. The Donnybrook match was brutal. Extreme Rules match for the SmackDown Women's title was okay, but it was alright. The strap match was really, I'll be honest, it was pretty bad.
It was there.
The ladder match with Raw Women's title had its moments, but a lot of controversy added in because of, the result of attacking on the 3-on-1 scenario.
Stupid. Anyways.
The I Quit match was match of the night.
Yes, it was.
Because, oh my god, that whole thing with Judgment Day, Edge, and Beth Phoenix.
I'm going to rewatch it after we get done recording here anyways, so.
Yep. Oh, that'd be nice. Then, of course, the Fight Pit main event was also well done. Of course, they had that botch is the Broton. Poor Matt Riddle. I hope his ass is okay.
Don't worry. He wrestled the next night, so he's good. I think. I don't freaking know.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that concludes our review because the show's over.
The podcast. Wait. What the heck? Wait, Christian, who turned up the lights?
Oh, sorry. That was me.
Okay.
I like messing with you like that. All right, folks. That's the end of our pod.
We are the Losers Lounge, and this is what the heck?
The lights went out again.
Don't turn the
that time it wasn't me.
Back on, dude.
Wait, hold on.
I gotta finish the outro.
Okay, go ahead and finish the outro.
Okay. We are the Losers, and this is our... Oh, my freaking God, Christian, stop turning on the lights.
World in his hands.
Wait, what the heck?
He's got the whole wide
Christian,
world.
look over there. Is that's a... Wait, what is that over
in
there?
his hands.
That's a bunny. Wait a minute, hang on. I think my eyes are... I'm out of glasses. Wait, what is that over there?
Okay, I don't know what that was, but it's okay. Let's just end it. Go ahead and say it.
Okay, let's end it. We are the Losers. This is our lounge. We will see you next time. The
whole world in his hands.
There's a freaking pig there, Christian.
I swear to God.
We're good. We're good. We can still go to the
I swear to God, I gave away my guinea pig. I swear to God.
Okay, there you go. Okay, we're good. Okay, anyways, time to get out of here. We will see you next week for our 100th episode. You know what? Yeah, let me go see. Let me go walk over there what that is. Oh my God, what is that? Christian, there's something over here. Open the door.
Let me take a look. Oh God!
Oh my God!
The fuck is that thing?
I don't know.
Is that a mask?
That's a mask.
What the fuck? Okay, someone's clearly pulling that prank on us.
Yeah.
This is a Fiend mask.
What are you talking about? The Fiend's dead.
I just don't. Okay, I don't get what that's about. It's all right though. Let's just end this right here. Next week, folks, is our 100th. Next week. Yeah, next week is our 100th episode of our podcast.
Wait, Christian. Something's behind you.
What?
Turn around.
Hold. Is that a door?
It's a door. Go open it. I ain't going near it.
Okay, a door just magically appeared in our lounge, and you want me to just walk over and open it?
Yes.
Why don't you do it?
Because I'm the less braver of the two.
Well, at least you admit that.
Yeah.
Right.
Open the door.
Okay. Oh God, I have a bad feeling about this. Star Wars.
Don't worry, I got the guard dogs right here with us.
There is no guard dogs.
Yes, there are.
All right. Open the door.
Go open it.
And holy shit, you're not gonna believe this, dude.
What is it? What?
Bray Wyatt is back!
Oh! Well, come on in, Mr. Wyatt.
No, he's not actually there. That's a cardboard cutout of him, but still.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You actually thought that was real? Huh.
Yeah. He's not alive. He's dead, remember?
Yeah, as far as I know, he was gone for...
Yeah.
He got released due to budget cuts.
That's right. Yeah, so we got... back to the outro. Okay. Now, anyway, so we'll see you next week for the free...
Wait, hold on a minute. There's a QR code on the table.
Yeah, there is. Here, scan that.
Yep, scanning away. You guys are idiots. Talk about what happened at the end of the show.
I wonder who sent that.
BW.
BW. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, I guess you better talk about the outro of the show. Okay, so...
Trust me, we already tried that. There's something else we're missing. Folks,
there's something here.
Let's just get right into it. Folks, Bray Wyatt is here!
Bray Wyatt is back.
Oh my God!
Good God.
That ending. They showed the trademark at the end of the show that signals the show is over, and then the lights went out.
Reminds me of TakeOver back in the day when they used to do that. Funny little tricks. I love that.
Yeah, it made you think, oh, show's over. Nothing's coming in now. And uh-oh.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, let's say everything that went down from that was done perfectly.
Fantastic. I don't know who, what's the term I'm looking for? Produced that and anything, whatever.
I'd probably
Whoever
say
did that, you need a raise.
Bray Wyatt probably had a lot of input on this too.
Give Bray Wyatt the goddamn bank. No, the whole bank.
When the lights went out and you heard the singing of "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," and the audience went wild and turned on their flashlights.
Dude, it was surreal. Enough said.
Then when you see the Firefly Funhouse puppets come to life.
That rabbit scares the piss out of me. It's what the heck?
When Huskus the pig, saw Huskus the pig. Then we saw Mercy the Buzzer, Ramblin' Rabbit, Abby the Witch, and by the way, Abby the Witch wearing Luke Harper's mask. Rest in peace.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, I love that right there. You saw that burned fiend mask on the commentator's desk.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Then the Fiend itself at ringside.
Yep. I thought it was a fan, no joke.
Yeah, honestly, when we saw that, I was reminded of WrestleMania Backlash when Pat McAfee said, "Is that the Fiend in the front row?"
Yep.
And now, there it is.
There's the Fiend.
That demonic, inhuman thing is back.
Yep.
And then I was like, they weren't just done showing that. They showed, the doorway on the stage.
They did.
And I actually like what they were doing. I saw a fan's camera on their reaction of it.
Same here.
In the midst of all that, you saw a production crew putting together that small house really quickly.
That was so quick. I was like, wow.
That explains why they were doing the song for a little bit and then slowly panning around to everywhere in the arena.
Yep, they're getting the door
time
already.
To get it built up. And I like how they had those Firefly Funhouse puppets all over the damn arena, not in one place.
Yeah, that would have been very confusing if they were all in one place. We're like, what the heck?
Just imagine if we were in that arena. I think I'd be scared shitless.
Dude, good God.
Then, of course, I like what they showed. The Firefly Funhouse completely abandoned and covered in cobwebs.
Well, to be fair, it's been a year since we've seen the dang thing. So,
been a year and a half, and it's been empty.
Yep.
I like how the Firefly Funhouse theme was cutting in and out because, it was damaged from all the years of abandonment.
I'm sure it was damage controlled. Anyways.
Wow. And then, I like that thing that appeared on the TV. Who killed the world? You did.
Well, that is very true. We humans did kill the world. So there you go.
Doorway opened. Bray Wyatt revealed himself.
The one thing I loved is if nobody noticed, when Bray walked through the door, it was a little tribute to Brody as well. So it's pretty cool.
That's how he showed up in AEW in 2020.
Yep, so cool.
And not to mention that new mask that Bray Wyatt had on was kind of looked reminiscent of that mask from Ethan Hawke's movie, The Black Phone.
Yep.
I saw that movie. It's really good. You should watch it.
Sweet.
Yeah, and to folks, if you haven't seen the Black Phone, I'd highly recommend it. And
There you go.
like the audience all chanting "Holy shit!" even before he removed the mask.
Yeah, I was. Philly, you were crazy.
He removed the mask and he said, "Let us in."
I'm like, us?
Yeah.
Even though I'm too busy here marking out, but I rewatched the video afterwards. Like, that video is like trending. Like, god dang, it's still trending to this day. So, yeah, it was amazing.
It was amazing indeed, and to see everything that we did, oh my god.
Just felt surreal. And a Bray Wyatt run under Triple H, it's going to be so... I mean, we might eat our words a year from now, but I think it's going to be fun. He's free. He's allowed to do what he wants to do. It's going to be under his control. Great. Good. Awesome.
And I will say, like, when that happened, I had never marked out that loud in a long time.
The last time I marked out for something that big,
Probably Cody Rhodes.
Cross.
I'd probably say Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Cody, yeah, true. Probably him. Or Cross when he showed up. So, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
or Johnny Gargano.
I will say, when it comes to what's been going on lately, the White Rabbit stuff, the QR codes, the hints, everything about it, they didn't stop after that.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're still going for some reason.
Yeah, at that moment, that's when I even thought to myself, wait a minute, we're still going? I thought the puzzle was complete, and then we realized, oh shit, this was just a piece.
There's more.
There's more behind this. I think, I don't think Bray Wyatt is the White Rabbit, but rather a piece of it.
Yep.
And this has me thinking, who the hell else could be behind this?
Me? No, I'm kidding, no.
There's a higher power. It's me, Austin.
Now, if the whole thing was Vincent Man behind this whole thing, I would be on the floor laughing.
It's me, Austin! It was me all along!
Yeah. Oh, my God.
My God. That higher power thing was funny, but yet...
Classic.
But yet the biggest waste of time in history.
Oh, for real.
But I will say, this time around, if Bray Wyatt is not the higher power, then who is?
Cody. No, I'm kidding, no.
Highly doubt it. There's no way that Bray Wyatt would listen to him.
Exactly.
There's something, like we always said, there's something missing. We are missing something.
There's some things involved in this thing that are they're going to be put together.
Yeah, here's a, if it was simply just Bray Wyatt, that would have been too easy. There's something, Triple H himself did say that the person behind the White Rabbit is someone no one is talking about.
Everyone was talking. Is the White Rabbit anyways.
Everyone was talking about Bray Wyatt. At first, I thought that was just a throw off, so people would not think it's Bray Wyatt. But after Bray Wyatt showed up, they're still continuing.
Yep.
And at that moment, you're like, wait a minute. Maybe this is what he's talking about.
Imagine the big reveal that happens at WrestleMania next year.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Please, yes.
But I like what they're doing with this, because maybe this whole thing is to set up, like, maybe the White Rabbit is Triple H.
Imagine.
I think it could be Triple H, because let's be honest, he is the higher power now.
He is.
I'm just thinking, and Bray Wyatt would listen to him, because he's the boss.
That is true.
Triple H is doing this. I think Triple H could be the one behind it, because he's setting up the future of pro wrestling.
He is.
This is his way of doing it.
Yes, sir.
Bray Wyatt is just a piece of this. There's more pieces to this puzzle. We have to figure out what it is.
I like that idea. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds pretty cool.
I like the scavenger hunt we're under.
Same here, dude. And Bray is gonna be on SmackDown this week. In person, apparently.
I do think that someone involved in this could be Baron Corbin. He's not like aligned with Bray Wyatt or anything, but I think him and his alignment with JBL is another piece of this puzzle.
I think that too. I think Liv Morgan's involved in this.
I think Joe Gacy as well.
I think this is a far stretch, but I think Nikki ASH is involved in this.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Here's the thing. When it comes to the whole thing of the White Rabbit, I don't think it's just one person or one cult. I think this is a multiple things.
I think so, too.
Like, when I mentioned Baron Corbin, people have been responding to me saying he's going to be aligned with JBL or he's got something going on with JBL. I'm like, so?
And we haven't seen him since he got into a car with JBL.
Yeah, it's like, what makes you think that doesn't mean he's going to... That doesn't mean he's part of the whole thing with the White Rabbit, because I don't think the White Rabbit is just Bray Wyatt and his cult.
Nope.
Something else is missing. And we're going to see what it is. So as each week's progressing, we're going to learn more.
For real. Which is good.
Triple H, you fucking bastard. You know exactly what to do.
He does.
Now, how come you couldn't do that with Damage Control?
Exactly.
Could be males, could be females. There could be other things that we're missing out here that we don't know about.
There could be.
Could AEW be involved?
You know what? That'd be hilarious, but no, that's something that's not gonna happen. But imagine if it could.
Fuck Tony Khan.
Yeah, screw him. Funny enough, we're recording this on the day AEW debuts in Toronto, so...
I'm not going to be there, folks, by the way, because, well, the tickets are way too overpriced.
Yes, for Toronto show.
I got more important things to save up on anyway, so...
There you go.
Regardless, now that concludes our review of Extreme Rules, and it really further puts in our interest on what's going on with the future of WWE, and the future looks to be...
real.
I would say bright, but the way things are looking, it's dark in a good way.
Someone's involved in this. I don't know what, I don't know how, I don't know where. But I'm going to enjoy the ride. It's great to see Bray Wyatt back in professional wrestling. It's great.
Yep.
Now that includes the...
Yeah, now it
concludes the podcast.
Next week, folks, is our 100th episode as we do our predictions to NXT's Halloween Havoc.
Looks freaking dope. No, Lily, it looks dope.
Really does, yeah. I'm having a great time. I know Willie's having a great time. And more great podcasts, like more great stuff coming out as the weeks are going by. I'm on such a great roll. And folks, tune into the Sins this upcoming Monday for Extreme Rules 2022.
Woo!
Because history is about to be made.
Oh?
You'll see. In the meantime, Heel Balor, you know what to do.
Well, let's see. Let's make sure nobody's in the dark. Okay, let's make sure that's locked. Christian, go lock that right there.
Yep, locked and loaded.
All right. Let me put the doggies away. Go over there. Go sit. Exactly. Now let's put that over there. Okay, we're good. We're the losers. Let me look around. We're the losers of this Starlines. Goodbye. See you next week. Now let's get out of here before they come and get us.
All right, let's go. We're out of here.